In the glitzy yet chaotic circus of reality TV, few duos have gripped the spotlight quite like Kirk Frost and Rasheeda Buckner Frost. Their roller coaster ride on love and hip-hop has delivered everything: romance, betrayal, power moves. But now, their fairy tale turned drama just exploded into a scandal so loud it shook their fan base to the core. It all began on what seemed like an ordinary evening at the Frost household. Or so everyone thought. Kirk and Rasheeda had just wrapped a long day packed with business meetings and public appearances. The couple, known for hustling hard while keeping the family image alive, were balancing fame with family life. But behind the cameras, the cracks were showing. Whispers about Kirk's wandering ways and Rasheeda's silent resentment had already started bubbling. As night fell, those quiet tensions turned volatile. A petty disagreement over everyday nonsense snowballed into a volcanic fight. Voices echoed, insults flew. It looked like a love and hip-hop scene. But this wasn't TV. This was real. Then came the 911 call nobody expected. Alarmed neighbors contacted the cops, reporting a full-blown domestic altercation. When officers arrived, they walked into a thick wall of tension. Rasheeda looked wrecked. Tears, red eyes, total emotional collapse. After talking to both sides, police cuffed Kirk and took him in. The moment the news hit the web, chaos erupted. Fans were stunned, confused, divided. Some defended, others dragged. And then Rasheeda posted, "I never thought I'd live this moment. I deserve respect. I deserve safety." Her caption sat below a photo of her, heartbroken yet fierce. A message, loud and clear, strong but visibly wounded. Rasheeda's photo screamed strength wrapped in heartbreak, a quiet flex of resilience. But as the days rolled forward, it became obvious this wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment meltdown. No, this mess had been simmering for years. Baggage the cameras didn't always catch. Industry insiders chimed in, hinting at the emotional toll reality fame dumps on relationships. When you're busy curating the perfect brand for the world, the chaos at home starts piling up like dynamite, just waiting on a match. Then came the fallout, and it hit hard. Fans were at war. Team Rasheeda flooded her comments with support, begging her to put herself first. Meanwhile, Kirk's defenders showed up too, preaching empathy and second chances. After everything they've survived, this? Unreal. One heartbroken fan posted, "The tension wasn't just digital, it bled into every timeline and talk show." In her hunt for peace and truth, Rasheeda turned inward, leaning on family, friends, and a whole lot of reflection. She started looking back over her marriage piece by piece. For every picture-perfect moment, there was a betrayal hiding in the background. Sure, the couple had built a brand on love, but behind the filtered memories was a storm nobody could see. On the other side, Kirk was lawyering up, about to face not just the court system, but the brutal reality of a relationship on life support. Publicly, he tried damage control. "I never meant for it to get this far," he claimed. "I love Rasheeda. I want to fix this." But the road back was murky at best. Rasheeda stayed focused on protecting her kids and finding her footing. Insiders whispered she was reimagining life solo. Scared, but strangely empowered. With court day looming, the questions multiplied. Would Kirk finally take accountability? Would Rasheeda stand next to him? Or shut the book for good? This wasn't just another love and hip-hop plot twist. The drama was painfully real. And as the internet held its breath, the Kirk-Rasheeda saga exploded into something bigger than TV. An unfiltered reminder that beneath all the sparkle, real hearts break, real trust shatters. In the end, this wasn't just entertainment. It was a brutal lesson in love, loyalty, and what happens when it all goes off script. When it comes to the messiness of love, betrayal, and money, Kirk Frost just checked all the boxes. The future? Cloudy. But one thing's for sure, the Frost saga just took a dark, expensive turn. Picture this: Kirk leaning on the glossy countertop of his high-end studio, his face a cocktail of disbelief and boiling rage, ready to drop a bombshell that rocked the industry. According to him, Rasheeda, his ex and former business partner, didn't just break his heart, she allegedly snatched $9 million from their empire. "This ain't gossip. This is the cold truth I've been choking on," Kirk declared, his voice calm but clearly cracking. "I trusted her, and she's been bleeding our accounts dry. It's betrayal at its core." That once inspiring studio now felt more like a crime scene. He glanced around the space they built from the ground up, haunted by memories of when it was all love and hustle. Together, they'd built a legit empire. Music, fashion, lifestyle. A dream turned reality. At least, that's what Kirk thought. But with success came chaos. Red flags started popping up in their finances. At first, small, easy to dismiss. "I figured it was bad bookkeeping," he muttered, rubbing his temples. But the deeper I dug, the uglier it got. That's when he called in a forensic accountant. Days passed like years as he waited. And then, it landed. The report hit him like a gut punch. The numbers didn't lie. Rasheeda's name was all over unauthorized transfers and sneaky backdoor withdrawals. It was like watching everything we built crumble in real time, he recalled, his voice barely hanging on. This wasn't a disagreement. This was theft, straight-up betrayal. He remembered the exact second the report was handed over, digits dancing like daggers across the page, each one stabbed at his trust. "I gave this brand my blood, sweat, and everything," he said. To realize the person I trusted most was robbing me blind, it was a nightmare, one I couldn't escape. And just like that, as whispers turned into headlines, the Kirk versus Rasheeda war officially began. The moment the scandal leaked, chaos followed. Fans and followers of both Kirk and Rasheeda were left clutching their phones in disbelief. Social media exploded, and just like that, near Kirk vs. Rasheeda was trending. Their messy, decades-long love story, full of highs, heartbreaks, and makeups, suddenly felt like a countdown to this exact explosion. Kirk, stunned and bitter, looked back at it all. "We've had our issues," he admitted, "but I never saw it ending like this. I'm not just losing a partner, I'm losing someone who was my best friend." Meanwhile, Rasheeda kept quiet. Not a word, not a clap back, just silence, and that silence fueled the fire. Frustrated, Kirk vented, "I need answers. I deserve them. How did she do this, and why? We built everything together. This was supposed to be for us." Surrounded by relics of a once-shared empire, Kirk made a vow. This wasn't just a fight over cash. It was about pride, legacy, and betrayal. "I bled for this brand," he growled. "I'm not letting it burn without a fight." So, he lawyered up, sat with attorneys, built his plan. Because the fallout wasn't just emotional, it was about to tear into their business, their brand, and every fan who ever rooted for their so-called love story. The courtroom whispers had already begun. Would Rasheeda face charges? Would this empire crash and burn? But through it all, Kirk found something else. Purpose. "I owe it to myself and to the empire we built to finish this," he declared, bracing for war. And just like that, the scandal morphed into a full-blown saga. Beneath the red carpets and filtered posts, one truth remained. Love turned sour isn't just painful, it's headline gold. And as this saga grew, one question hung in the air. How did it all get this dark? As the media frenzy spun out of control, Kirk clung to the one thing keeping him grounded: his circle. Friends, loyal fans, and industry allies reminded him he wasn't in this war alone. "At the end of the day, it's about accountability," he said firmly, eyes steely with resolve. "I won't be silenced, and I won't back down." With the world watching every move, Kirk braced himself. The truth would come out, but no one could predict just how twisted this love versus betrayal war was about to get, and fans were glued to every second. Pacing the shadowy living room, Kirk simmered. Every step, a heartbeat. Every heartbeat, a burst of rage. The air was thick, heavy with the sting of Rasheeda's words still echoing in his head. "So you really did it?" he asked, voice cracking. "You cheated on me?" Rasheeda didn't flinch. Arms crossed, her stare sharp enough to cut glass. "I didn't come to play the victim, Kirk. You think you're the only one who can step out?" His stomach dropped. Rage collided with disbelief. "Was it someone I know?" he demanded. "Did you really think I wouldn't find out?" She stepped in close, her voice laced with fire. "You don't get to play innocent. You've had your own secrets, your own midnight lies." "What? You thought I'd just smile through it?" Kirk's breathing turned shallow. "I thought we were building something real, and you just made a fool out of me," she shot back, eyes gleaming. "Congratulations. Now you know how it feels." Every word between them was a dagger. And just like that, the fantasy crumbled. Love, loyalty, and everything in between replaced with the raw, unfiltered truth. "Yeah, welcome to the damn club," she snapped, her voice climbing. "I got sick of faking happy while you were out, chasing every skirt that batted an eye." He dragged a hand through his hair, the full weight of betrayal crashing down. "So that's your angle? You cheated because I did. That's survival now? It's not revenge," she shot back, voice shaking. "It's called taking my power back." Her tough tone cracked, just enough for him to see it, real pain beneath the fury. "I'm done being the doormat." "Then why not tell me?" he asked, stepping closer. "Why not confront me instead of blindsiding me?" "Because I wanted to believe you'd change," she admitted, the fire in her eyes dimming for once. "But how long was I supposed to sit there, hoping you'd magically become honest? You made me feel worthless." "Worthless?" he echoed, chest tight. "I never wanted that. I thought we were a team." Rasheeda shook her head slowly, glassy eyes catching the light. "You think I wanted to cheat? I didn't. But every time I reached out to you, it was like screaming into a void. You made me invisible." Kirk's expression cracked, softening. He exhaled hard, the truth slamming into him. "I didn't realize. I thought by keeping things surface level, I was protecting you. I just didn't want us to drown." "But we did drown," she whispered, her voice softer now. "You can't build anything real on silence and half-truths." He moved closer again, this time without anger, just raw, exposed honesty. "I'm sorry. I thought I could handle it all myself. I see now I couldn't. I never wanted to hurt you." Her voice dropped to a hush. "Then what do you want, Kirk? After all this, what do you even want from us now?" The room was heavy with silence, but the damage had already been done.